Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Sha'Carri Richardson runs ahead as Kelly Doualla targets 100-meter sprint history. The American sprinter faces a new teenage challenger. As an impressive European, win sparks talk of future record-breaking potential. Reigning 100 meters world champion Sha'Carri Richardson is still the hero of a new generation of sprinters. Her legacy cemented by an awe-inspiring U20 record that still stands undefeated. In 2019, and at just 19 years old, Richardson clocked a stunned 10.75 seconds in the 100m over a plus 1.6 meters per second tailwind, a feat that instantly placed her among the fastest women in history at that age. The track and field world celebrated her confidence and skills once more when Nike just posted on X, "Sha'Carri Richardson knows where she stands. It's first." The post was accompanied by a voice note from Richardson, declaring, "Fans will be quick to tell you that you have to know your place. So I did. It's first." The bold statement galvanized fans, and rightly so, as it brings focus to the backdrop of her record-breaking feat. At the European Under-20 Athletics Championships, Italy's 15-year-old Kelly Doualla provided the audience with a preview of the future of the sport. Doualla took the 100-meter final, crossing the line in 11.22 seconds. Her victory was likened to Richardson's success at the beginning, but statistics tell a different story. In second place behind Richardson, the second fastest American U20 record is held by Tamari Davis, crossing the line in 10.83 seconds in 2022. Doualla's 11.22, despite its quality for her age, places her at number 89 all-time, with 43 American sprinters quicker than she is before age 20. Nevertheless, the teenager's career is just beginning. With the years of development still to come, her potential remains enormous. Among them, however, Richardson's name stands tallest above the rest as a role model and benchmark. Speaking to For the Win, she said, "So, right now I'm looking forward to World Championships in Tokyo as the reigning world champion in the 100m in September, and as well as from there, definitely building off of that momentum to go to 2028 and continue to represent myself, hard work, my team, and of course, my country, Team USA." She also considered the pride she would feel in representing her nation. "To be able to wear the Team USA brand across my chest is a point of pride that I am as a black woman, acknowledging that where I come from, which still represents a level of resilience that I am my ancestors' wildest dreams, and I'm going to continue to open that door up to anyone that feels like that door has been closed on them." Doualla's breakthrough against a legendary benchmark. In the universe of young athletes, becoming part of elite times like Richardson's 10.75 is the exception. Doualla's European Championship is a milestone, but the distance to the American legends that still awaits should not conceal the stature of the task ahead. Richardson's record is still safe, a towering benchmark for budding sprinters everywhere. The road to Los Angeles 2028, whether in the 100-meter dash, 200m, or the 4x100-meter relay, Richardson has consistently demonstrated to be dominating and solid under pressure. The coming years will tell how much she can maintain at her best as she battles against a new generation of challengers. And believe Doualla, who is just beginning her career, and time will tell how much she will be able to close the gap. Until then, the focus is on Richardson's lasting record and the younger athletes working to equal it. The stadium was quiet before the storm, before the thunder of spikes would tear across the track, before hearts would rise into throats and history itself would lean forward to watch. It was the women's 100-meter final at the World Championships, but more than that, it was a moment years in the making. In lane 4 stood the electric flame, Sha'Carri Richardson, America's sprinting phoenix, fiery, flamboyant, and unapologetically her own. She had returned to form with a vengeance, leaving behind the shadows of past controversies, like scorched footprints on the track. Her hair glowed in streaks of orange and red under the lights, as if her own legend was combusting around her. But in lane 5 was someone newer, quieter, yet no less dangerous. Kelly Doualla. The name was beginning to echo through sprinting circles like a rising drumbeat. From Doualla, Cameroon, her rise had been steady, like the careful sharpening of a blade. She wasn't draped in controversy. She didn't need bold statements or vibrant hair colors. Her silence was her statement. Her stride was her story. At just 22, Kelly had already become the fastest African woman in recorded history over 100 m. Her semifinal time, 10.74 seconds, had shocked analysts. Not because they didn't think she had it in her, but because she made it look so easy. Sha'Carri knew it. Everyone in that stadium knew it. The girl in lane 5 wasn't here for bronze. She wasn't even here for silver. She was here to disrupt a legacy. 2 paths, 1 finish line. Sha'Carri's journey had been filled with meteors, soaring highs and flameouts. The world saw her pain when she lost her mother before the Olympic trials, and it saw the backlash when she was barred from Tokyo 2020 due to a failed drug test. But what they didn't see was the grind that followed. The early mornings, the media silence, the slow rebuild. By 2023, Sha'Carri roared back, winning gold in Budapest with a personal best of 10.65 seconds, making her the fastest woman in the world that year. Her victory was not just on the track, but against a narrative that wanted to write her off. Now in 2025, she stood as a reigning queen, but the crown was beginning to shimmer less securely. Because of Kelly. Kelly Doualla wasn't born into headlines. She had trained in the heat of West Africa, on uneven tracks, often barefoot as a child. Her father, a former footballer, had introduced her to sprinting only after realizing her natural burst of speed outran every boy in the neighborhood. "She doesn't run," he once said. "She vanishes." At 16, she was picked up by a French athletics program, trained under elite European coaches, and refined like raw gold. Yet she always carried Cameroon with her, in her name, in her accent, and in her stride. Now, as she stood beside Sha'Carri, her expression unreadable, the world wondered, was this the changing of the guard? The race. Set. The stadium held its breath. Cameras zoomed in on faces. Sha'Carri's eyes narrowed, her lashes bold and defiant. Kelly's face was still, statuesque. The gun raised. Bang! Sha'Carri exploded out the blocks like a lit fuse. Her acceleration was supernatural, fluid yet aggressive, hips low, arms slicing through air. By 30 meters, she was already leading. But Kelly? She surged like a wave building strength, her form textbook perfection. By 50 meters, she had halved Sha'Carri's lead. By 70 meters, they were neck and neck. Then the crowd screamed, because Kelly began to pull ahead. Just an inch. But an inch in sprinting is the width of immortality. Sha'Carri gritted her teeth, arms pumping like pistons. She called upon every drill, every ounce of pain she trained through. But Kelly wasn't fading. She was flying. The finish line approached. They crossed. The silence after thunder. The scoreboard glitched for a moment. Then, first place medal Kelly Doualla, 10.61 WR. Second place medal Sha'Carri Richardson, 10.63. A new world record. A new world order. The stadium erupted. Cameroon's flag waved furiously from the stands. Doualla fell to her knees, eyes wide, as if not believing her own legs. Her coach sprinted across the infield, tears in his eyes. Sha'Carri. She stood tall, breathing heavy. She looked at the clock, nodded once, and smiled, a tired, knowing smile. She had been bested, but not by luck, by talent, aftermath, and echoes. The headlines were immediate. The Queen is crowned. Kelly Doualla breaks 100-meter world record. Sha'Carri passes the torch, or does she? Africa's first sprinting world record holder changes the game. But inside both camps, there was no rivalry, only respect. In the press conference, Sha'Carri leaned into the mic and said, "She's the truth. And she earned that. But don't think I'm going anywhere." Kelly, still soft-spoken, smiled and responded, "I grew up watching her. She made me believe I could run with color, with confidence, with fire. Today was my day. Tomorrow, we'll see." It wasn't just a race. It was a changing rhythm in the sport. A baton passed, not with surrender, but with the spirit of competition. Legacy in motion. As months passed, the footage of the 2025 final became iconic. Kids in Doualla ran barefoot, mimicking Kelly's stride. In Dallas, young girls braided orange into their hair, running in Sha'Carri's honor. And in a Nike commercial that aired months later, both athletes appeared, running side by side down a long desert highway.